Okay, good morning, everybody. Vernon Avenue and Highway 100 Interchange Project Update Meeting number 13. Reminder, we are recording September 18th. We'll post the slides, we'll post the recording on the website afterwards. Liz is not online, so I'll get through all the slides and then I'll stop sharing so I can see the chat and then answer questions at that point. Thank you. Thank you again for all the patience. Businesses are open and accessible. We've done a big media campaign called Worth the Detour. So there's a passport, there's a restaurant week, there's Saturday morning movies for the next 3 months. So go to bettertogetheredina.org and it's one of the main project pages called Worth the Detour. And check it out. Please visit those businesses. It's getting tough with all the detours around the area out there. Noise, dust, vibrations, all that stuff continues to happen. There was some really noisy stuff started on Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday when they're crushing the concrete of those off ramps. That should be pretty well wrapped up with that type of machine, but they're going to be crushing materials in that big stockpile area. Stop for pedestrians and crosswalks. We're still getting comments on that. So be courteous also to fellow drivers. Let people sneak into those roundabouts from a different leg of that intersection. Any of the intersections with roundabouts. And again, if you're not comfortable using that mid-block crosswalk on Eden, we recommend using the fully controlled crosswalk at Vernon and Eden instead, where there's a traffic signal. Goals of the project, again, improve safety and mobility of all users, create separated pedestrian routes, improve traffic operations, and all the other ones listed here. We've been looking at these for every meeting. Schedule, we'll get in the schedules a little bit, but November 15th of this year is the substantial completion date in the contract. Portions of the project will be reopened, specifically around Highway 100. So that portion is going really well with the contractor. And then there'll be some work in the spring just for closeout stuff, but also we don't know yet on the Vernon Bridge. So I'll give an update on that real quick. This is the project. Again, it starts west of Interlochen Boulevard, includes the intersection of Interlochen Vernon, the Vernon Avenue Bridge over CPKC Rail, the Highway 100 Bridge that carries Vernon and 50th over Highway 100, and then the on and off ramps, cleaning those up. And the project ends just west of Grange Road, where the city had a project last year. Lots of different ways to get communications on the project. I mean, we're at week 13 of these meetings. We do these every 2 weeks, but there's all sorts of other stuff that goes out every time we do a detour update. The best spot to get project updates is bettertogetheredina.org/Vernon-Highway 100. And again, same website, just Worth the Detour. So there's ways you can support the businesses both in Grandview and 50th in France this fall. There's the passport program I talked about. It's a loyalty program where you collect stamps when you shop and dine at participating businesses, and then you enter to win gift cards at your favorite local spot. So we want to thank the Explore Edina for purchasing those gift cards for the drawings. Then you can also do Restaurant Week, social media contest, and also those free family-friendly movies on select Saturday mornings at the Edina Theater. So again, check out all the details, bettertogetheredina.org, Worth the Detour. Construction details, this intersection, Vernon Avenue, Interlochen Boulevard, is free-flowing. It's been that way for quite a while. Majority of the work is complete. And Gus Young is still closed in that area. And it plans to be closed because we need equipment and a crane to be there to start work on the west abutment. And I can say we are getting very close to that actual date because there's been a lot of conversations, but officially we haven't seen it yet. So that last bullet point related to the power line that's horizontally and vertically different, that was hit in May. Since Monday, CPKC Rail has stated the permit has been issued. Great. Xcel Energy, who needs the permit and won't move forces over here to do the work until they have the permit, has been stating they have not seen it. So these two parties are, again, one says it's been issued, the other one hasn't got it. We are just waiting to have Excel state that they have got the permit, and then they've promised to move a crew over to this site within 72 hours after getting that permit. So they're going to expedite the work here and to get out there. We want this work to start next week, but until somebody at that organization sees the permit that the rail company says exists and is approved, nothing's happening. So I'd like to say I'm surprised, but I don't know if I am. So we're hoping to have work starting out there next week. Hence, Gus Young remains closed. Equipment going in and out of there to start doing the removals and the relocate and the conduit to hold this new power line. And then after that is all the work that should have been occurring over the last few months. So almost good news, maybe is a way to define it. I'll go back to that. Related to that, until the permit's in hand, then city and county and contractor, because this is a county bridge, we'll start having conversations of how fast can they get it done? What's it cost to work more shifts, more people? What can they actually do? Because concrete needs a cure. Do they keep working into the winter? There's concerns with bituminous asphalt plants closing in November. So all those discussions on schedule and cost will happen as soon as permit is in hand and Excel is scheduled and this work starts. Then we can start laying out options that the county and the city would review on how to get this project completed, when that would happen, and what are the cost implications for that. So we're getting close to providing some of that information out to the public. Again, as soon as that permit is received, Excel gets crews out and the line is moved. Detours, this was the big thing at the beginning of this week on Monday. The last 3 off-ramps closed on Monday. So we saw a lot of change in traffic in the area, and we're continuing to monitor impacts related to this final closures. And then some pictures. So this is again looking at that east abutment of the Vernon Avenue Bridge over the rail. Nothing has changed here recently. Still ready on the east side and nothing there. You can see the old foundation in the lower part of that picture. Hope to see some equipment in this area starting next week. Move the power line. Ames Construction starting the work on this area. Interlock and Vernon, nothing's changed here. It's still a free-flowing corner and traffic is moving through there nicely. Noise wall along Hawthorne Court continues to keep being poured and built and moving forward at that location. Not a lot happened since our last meeting at this location. The bridge girders or beams over High 100 were fully placed since our last meeting, so those are in place. The picture on the right starts to show them forming to do the deck pour, the concrete deck pour. And then again, here's what it looks like as of 2 days ago when I took a picture. So those forms are nearly complete. You can see they're covering that whole structure around the beams to be able to pour concrete over this whole structure. I intend to start doing that late next week. It'll be night work over a couple nights. They have a couple nights planned. I don't know if they can get done in one night, but they will be doing that hopefully next week overnight and get that deck poured. That's a big progress spot for this bridge. The noise wall along the northbound on-ramp to High 100 is the posts are nearly in place. So this was again a picture from 2 days ago. These posts should be completed by the end of the week, and then the timbers fill in between the posts are going to start going up next week. So this wall is taking shape. Noise wall along that on-ramp to northbound 100. And again, renderings of the finished product. On the left is showing the bridge on top, and then below on the right-hand side is that bridge from the High 100 side. So with that, I'll stop sharing. See if there's any questions in the chat. So if people got questions, please type them in and I could try to answer those. If you don't want to type those in. You can give me a call, send me an email. That's where we stand today with the project. The big news is, should have a permit any day. Questions, comments, please use the chat. Not seeing anything. I'll wait another minute or two. See if anybody has any. If not, look for these slides to be posted online. The recording to be posted if there's others that want this update. Look for updates in the Friday reports and other locations. Please visit those businesses and participate in the Worth the Detour Passport program. Okay, not seeing anybody typing any questions in. If someone's got them, please just send me an email or give me a call and I'd be happy to answer those. As soon as we have an update on the schedule, we will post that. Thanks, everybody.